Let's talk about cut vertex and cut edge. Okay, so in a graph G, cut vertex is a vertex whose removal either disconnects the connected graph or increases the number of connected components. Okay, so that means if you remove that vertex, either already connected graph should be disconnected or the number of connected components in it should be increased. We'll see one example. Example, I have a graph like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And first I explain you what is the removal of a vertex. Okay, so this is your graph G, and removal of a vertex is an operation. Example, if I remove a vertex 1, what should I do? When you remove vertex 1, remove it and all its corresponding edges, that means this one and this one. Then whatever the resulted graph you get, that is called operation. Here if I remove this vertex 1, then what happens? You end up with 2, 3, 4, and 2 to 3 edge should retain, 3 to 4 should retain, and 1 comma 2, 1 comma 4 should go, since we are removing 1. So finally removal of a vertex 1 is nothing but remove its vertex 1 and all its corresponding edges. So simple, isn't it so? Now this is a graph, vertex removal operation. When I do that, then if it is really cut vertex, what happens is either it disconnects the connected graph or improves or increases the number of connected components. For example, in this problem, number of connected components were 1, isn't it? Now if I remove vertex 1, again number of connected components are 1, right? They are not increased. Then what about the second case? Either number of connected components should increase, otherwise graph should be disconnected. So this is a connected graph. Previous one was also connected graph, right? So there is no disconnection. That means this is not a cut vertex. Okay, I'll give you one more example. 1 to 2. Let's take 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Okay. So in this problem, we'll see is there any cut vertex. This one. Vertex 1, is it cut vertex? Let's remove and check. If you remove vertex 1, then you get a resultant graph, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 4 to 3, isn't it? Yes, connected graph is not disconnected, number of connected components are not increased. That's why vertex 1 is not cut vertex. Let's try 2. If I remove 2, then the remaining vertices are 1, 4, 3 and retain all the corresponding edges of 1, 4, 3, that is 4, 3, that's it. Now if you see, this is a disconnected graph, isn't it? Because there is no path from 1 to 3, there is no path from 1 to 4. That's why this graph was connected, connected become disconnected. So then definitely this vertex 2 is behaving like cut vertex. Okay. So in this problem, I can see only one cut vertex. Try to remove 3, you understand that nothing will happen. That means, so number of connected components will not be increased, and second one, graph will not be disconnected. You see. Example, if I remove 3, then what happens? 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay, I'll show you here. If I remove 3 and all its corresponding edges, still graph is connected. It was connected and now it is connected. That's why 3 is not cut vertex. In that way, you can understand cut vertex. Let's go to cut edge. What is cut edge is? It's an edge whose removal either disconnects the connected graph or increases the number of connected components. What's the difference between cut vertex and cut edge? Cut vertex is about removal of a vertex. Cut edge is about removal of an edge. Then everything is same. Okay. The property of that cut vertex and cut edge is what? Their removal should do the same, right? And you know what is that? Example. Before going to cut edge, you should know what's the meaning of removal of an edge. Okay. So let's take one example and see what is the removal of edge. Example, this graph. Let's take edge 1, edge 2, edge 3, edge 4, edge 5. Okay. So let me show you removal of E1. If I remove E1, then the resultant thing is graph, and that graph is nothing but entire old graph minus just this edge. When we remove an edge, simply we discard that edge, but we don't remove any vertex which is corresponding to E1. Then what happens is here A, B, D, C, right? Just we are losing this relationship between A, B, that's it. Now everything is same, AC, CD, BD. This is called removal of an edge from a graph. Okay. So when you remove an edge from a graph, then the resultant thing also a graph. Okay, it's a graph operation. Now, if you focus on E1, initially it was connected graph, still after removal still it is connected. So that means graph is not disconnected. At least the number of connected components are also not increased, isn't it? So number of connected components were 1 and now also 1. That means there is no increment in number of connected components. That's why I can say that this is not a cut edge. Okay. So well, one more example we'll see. So let's try to remove E4. Okay. If I remove E4, what happens? Then you get AB, BD and AC and CD. Again same thing, graph is not disconnected, number of connected components are not increased, then E4 also not a cut edge. So whatever you remove here, so graph will not be disconnected. So that's why I can say that nothing is cut edge here. Okay, there is no cut edge in this graph. Let's take one more example. A to B, B to C, C to D. Let's take this one, C to D and D to E. Let's try to find out cut edges in this graph. So what I do is I remove AB and I'll observe A, B, D, C, E. I am removing AB edge, then remaining edges are BD, DE, CD, BC. So this is a resultant graph. In this resultant graph, you can see that connected graph is disconnected. That's why I can say this edge A to B is cut edge. Understand? Similarly, you can realize that D to E also cut edge. Okay, let me draw AB here. If you remove DE, still graph will be disconnected. That's why DE is also a cut edge. There are two cut edges, right? So why this BC, CD, BD are not cut edges? I will tell you. Whenever an edge is on cycle, what happens is, let's imagine one cycle. Okay. Example, there are a lot of vertices which are on cycle. Okay, example 1 2 3 4 5 6 so on. If you remove any edge on cycle, what happens is still all that vertices will have an alternative path. That means this removal of edge can disturb only the path from 1 to 2, correct? So remaining paths are still remain same. Then only thing we have to prove that there is a path between 1 to 2. Yes, there is a path from 1 to 2 in reverse direction, otherwise in anti-clockwise. So whenever there is a cycle, if you remove any edge, then that can at most disconnect two vertices 1 comma 2, correct? Maybe so at least it can disconnect 1 and 2. In this problem you can see that only 1 comma 2 might be disconnected. Since it's a cycle, there will be an alternative direction. If you go through that, still you can reach 2 from 1 or from 1 from 2. So what I want to say is that's why this edge cannot disconnect the graph. Understand? So when a edge cannot disconnect on the graph, definitely it will be on the cycle. That's why no edge which is a bridge, like otherwise no cut edge will be on the cycle. Whenever an edge is on the cycle, its removal cannot disconnect the graph because you will have alternative path between every two vertices on that cycle. Okay, so that's why blindly remember from now onwards, cut edge cannot be on cycle. Second one, if any edges are not on cycle, example, some edge is not forming cycle, then if you remove it, let's say whatever the remaining graph, example, this is a edge which is not on cycle. If you remove it, then that means what? Between A to B there is no alternative path. If there is an alternative path, you would have formed cycle. If there is no cycle, then definitely there is no alternative path between A to B. There was only one path and you disconnected it, then graph will be disconnected. That's why whenever an edge is not on cycle, that edge, between that ends of that edge like A comma B will have only exactly one path. That if you remove, graph will be disconnected. That's why that edge will behave like cut edge. Understand? Two important points now. One is whenever an edge is not on cycle, it is cut edge. Whenever an edge is on cycle, definitely it will be, definitely it will not be a cut edge. So simple. This is a story about cut vertex and cut edge. Now we'll go to the next concept, cut vertex set. What is cut vertex set is? It's a set of vertices, okay, whose removal We'll do the same logic or same concept. That means what? So here rather than one vertex, we are removing set of vertices. So whose removal either disconnects the connected graph or increases the number of connected components. Such combination is called cut vertex set. An example is A, B, C, D, E, F. Let's take this example. So I'm calculating cut vertex set. Its property, the removal of that combination of vertices should disconnect this connected graph. Okay. Otherwise, number of connected components should be increased. Okay. Since it is connected graph, if you disconnect, that's fine. If I remove B, then I think it cannot disconnect the graph. So I need a combination of more than one vertex. Let's try BC. So that is what my idea. If I remove BC, then probably AD will be separated from EF, isn't it? That's why. So I remove now a combination of B comma C. So what happens is you get AD and EF. Since other vertices are removed, then AD, EF, right? Yes, graph is disconnected. Connected become disconnected. It satisfies the condition. So this is a cut vertex set. What about B, C and one more vertex? Let me add one more vertex E. Is it cut vertex set? If you want to know, remove that BCE. Then remaining vertices are A comma D. If I remove BCE, you get F. So between AD you add an H. That's it. Okay. Still F is not reachable from AD. So that's why this BCE combination is a cut vertex set. Okay. So some students argue that BC is cut vertex but not BCE. Then I ask them why. Then they say, sir, there are three vertices. In my definition, I never said your cut vertex set should be minimum size, isn't it? It can have any number of vertices, but property is the resultant graph should be either disconnected or number of connected components should be increased. Okay, so that's why BCE is a cut vertex. Now one more example. What about BC E comma F? Is it a cut vertex? If you want to know, then remove all that vertices at a time and check the resultant graph. The resultant graph is A. So if I remove BCEF, you get AD and edge like this. Graph is disconnected first, and after removal also it is disconnected. Then there is no change. At least number of connected components are increased? No. That means, so that combination BCEF is not cut vertex set. In that way easily we can find out. Okay. Now we'll see the next concept, that is cut edge set. What is cut edge set is, it's set of edges this time, like cut vertex set of edges whose removal either disconnects the connected graph or the number of components should be increased. So concept is same, but here cut edge set is a set of edges. Okay, so let's take same example and we'll try to find out cut edge set for this problem. Let's try. We know that there is no single edge, right? Like we can't remove single edge and we can't disconnect the graph. Let's try two edges. So just try AB and AD. What happens is this A will be isolated from others. Let's try. I am removing AB edge comma. So this is cut edge set AB comma AD. If I do that, the resultant graph is AD. When I remove edges, vertices will not be changed, isn't it? So that's why the number of vertices are same. CD here, CF here, EF here, and EB here. Anything else? BC, right? And this vertex A is now separated from other vertices. That's why now graph is disconnected. Enough to say that this is cut edge set. There is one more reason. The number of connected components also increased. So for any reason I can say that this combination is cut edge set. Okay. So one more cut edge set. Let's add anything for this ABAD. What happens if I add one more thing like EF? So what happens is already your graph is disconnected. If you remove one more edge like EF, then the graph will be more disconnected, correct or not? So that's why the number of connected components will be probably either increased by some more, otherwise it remains same. So what I want to say is, when you have already cut edge set, if I add one more edge to that, then what happens, this combination already disconnects the graph, and if you remove one more edge, then your graph will be more disconnected. So the resultant set again will become cut edge set. Understand? So if something is cut edge set, then adding something to that will give you again a cut edge set. That is what I wanted to say. Understand? But that is not the case with cut vertex set. Why? Because for cut vertex set, if you add some more vertex, probably because of that connected components will not be increased, otherwise graph will become suddenly connected. Example I will tell you. It's better to understand it with example. So already we have seen example, B comma C is cut vertex set, isn't it? Yes. So if you remove this BC, you get AD and EF, correct? Now what you do is, if I add E comma F to it, okay, then few more vertices to cut vertex set, then these vertices will be gone, then the resultant component is now connected, isn't it? So connected, then BCEF combination is not cut vertex set, but BC was cut vertex set. So what I want to say is, for cut vertex set, if you add some more vertices, the resultant set may not be cut vertex set, but for cut edge set, if you add any number of edges, so resultant sets will become cut edge sets. That's the difference between cut vertex set and cut edge set. Okay. Now, one important property of cut edge set I will tell you. That is, there is a relation between cut edge set and minimum degree of a graph. How? We'll see. Example, you have a graph like this: A, B, C, D. Uh, let's say this is minimum degree vertex, isn't it? This is a graph. So what is its minimum degree? 1, right? Because it's 1, 3, 2, 2. What I want to say is, if a graph has minimum degree, go to that vertex and remove all its corresponding edges. Then definitely that vertex, that means you are removing that vertex all the connections, right? That means, example, it's, if you remove all its edges, then that vertex will be separated from others. Then you are disconnecting the graph. That means any graph, if you go to that minimum degree vertex and if you remove all the connections, otherwise edges of that, then how many edges you will be removing? Exactly equal to minimum degree. Then are you not disconnecting the graph? Yes. So the summary is, any graphs cut edge set size, definitely that means minimum number of edges required, I can say, to disconnect the graph is not more than minimum degree. Example, let's say this is your abstract graph. What I want to convey is, its minimum degree is 10. That means other degrees are 11, 12, maybe 10, 13, okay, not less than 10. Then its minimum number of edges, the question is minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph. Okay, so this is what I am going to discuss. Since I don't know the structure of the graph, still I can get some points about this graph. That is, minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph is, I don't know exact answer, but it is not more than 10. Okay, why? Because I will go to minimum degree vertex. Example, that is vertex U, its degree 10, right? So minimum degree, I disconnect all its corresponding edges, then definitely graph, this, if it is already connected graph will be disconnected. If it is already disconnected graph, then because of this new removal, then number of connected components will be increased, isn't it? Because you are for already disconnected graph, you are disconnecting it more, then number of connected components will be increased. Example, you see A, B, C, D. Okay, let's take one more component, E, F, G, H. Like, see, what is minimum degree? 2, right? For this graph, go to this vertex A and target it and remove all its edges. Then this component will be disconnected. Initially the number of components were 2, Then if you remove these edges, this vertex edges, then the number of connected components will become 1 plus this connected component will become 2. Then it will become 1 plus this is 2. This entire thing is 3. You understand? That means I can disconnect the graph, in a better way. Otherwise, I can increase the number of connected components. So what I want to finally convey is, so by removing all that, minimum degree number of edges from the graph, I can disconnect any graph. Understand? So the method also very simple. Go to that corresponding minimum degree vertex, remove all that corresponding edges. Then graph will be disconnected. Correct? Otherwise, number of connected components will be increased if it's already disconnected graph. Then minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph cannot be more than 10, because I can do with 10, right? Just now I taught you that with 10 edges, removal of 10 edges will, do this work, cut edge set work. Then minimum number of edges required to disconnect any graph is not more than 10 for this graph especially, correct? So anybody if says that minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph is 12, then I argue that it is wrong. Why not it is 12? Because I can do with 10, right? So that's why there is a, relation between minimum number of edges required to disconnect any graph with minimum degree. Example, minimum degree of your graph is delta of G. Okay. Then the question is minimum number of edges required to disconnect any graph is, let's say, lambda. Let me denote it by lambda. What is lambda? Minimum number of edges required to disconnect a graph, lambda. Then that lambda is not more than delta of G, because I can do with delta G. Then lambda is always less than or equal to delta of G. This is one important point you should remember. Okay. What's the relation between lambda and delta of G? Lambda cannot be always less than or equal to delta of G. So why less than or equal to, why not equal? I will tell you. So it is not compulsory to remove lambda number of, delta of G number of edges. I will show one more picture. Some students don't understand, this equation properly. So they think that, lambda, that means minimum number of edges required to disconnect the graph, they think, it is equal to delta of G. But it's wrong. It is either equal to delta of G, sometimes it may be less than that. Why? I will tell you. So example, you have a graph like this, A, B, C. Let's connect it with single line like this, then D, E, F. Okay. So it is sufficient to remove, delta of G number of edges to disconnect the graph, but it is not necessary. Example, in this graph, let me add one more edge here. So what is minimum degree of this graph? If you see, 2 and 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, right? So minimum degree is 2. So by removing two edges, I can disconnect this graph. Example like this one and this one, but it is not compulsory, right? So by removing single edge like this, still I can separate this entire component from this one. So that's fine, but not more than, you never need more than two edges, to disconnect the graph. So that's why minimum number will be, so it is either 2 or maybe less than that. Example, less than that here. So one edge is sometimes sufficient. Okay, depends on the graph structure. That's why. So in this graph, let's observe the values. Minimum degree is 2, right? And minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph, let's denote it by lambda. That is 1, right? One edge is enough to disconnect it. So that is minimum. So see the relation, they are not equal, but definitely this lambda is either equal to or less than delta of G. That is what, I wanted to say, you see. So lambda less than or equal to delta of G. Understand my point? Okay. Now let's see two more concepts in this cut vertex concept, that is vertex connectivity number. Usually this is denoted by K. Second one, edge connectivity number. Okay, edge connectivity number, usually it is denoted by lambda. So already I discussed about lambda, but I will discuss now what is K. Okay, so vertex connectivity number is easy. It is minimum number of vertices required to disconnect the connected graph, or otherwise to increase the number of connected components. That means I can say that the vertices whatever you remove, that should be minimum, and they should have vertex set property, cut vertex set. Okay, it's I can say that vertex connectivity number can be defined as cut vertex set whose size is minimum, right? So I can say that it's a size of cut vertex set. Which size of cut vertex set? Whose size is minimum. Let me write like this. Answer is it's cut vertex set size whose size is minimum. Understand? That means what? So it is minimum size cut vertex set's size. Okay. Now similarly I can define edge connectivity number, that is minimum number of edges required to disconnect the graph. Okay, so generally, so to disconnect the graph we use cut edge set, correct or not? Then what is the relationship between this cut edge set and edge connectivity number? Edge connectivity number is, let's say, lambda is nothing but its size of the cut edge set, but which kind of cut edge set? Whose size is minimum. Whose size is minimum. That is the definition of edge connectivity number. Okay, so let's recall these two things again. This is K. In set theory we write this kind of definitions. Okay, that is K is a number. What is that number? Mod of cut vertex set. So what is cut vertex set? Whose removal disconnects the connected graph and so on, right? And but any cut vertex set size? No. Whose size is minimum? So we have to pick a cut vertex set whose size is minimum. That's why here we have written a condition. Okay. So finally K is a number. It is nothing but size of the cut vertex set. So why are you saying that it is number? Because mod of cut vertex set is a number. It's a size of this set. Which set? Cut vertex set. Which cut vertex set? Whose size is minimum. In the same way, lambda is a number. Which number? It's a size of the cut edge set. Okay. So which cut edge set? Whose size is minimum. Understand? In that way, I can define K comma lambda. But in simpler words, in English, we can define K is minimum number of vertices required to disconnect the graph. Lambda is minimum number of edges required to disconnect the graph. In that way, we can define that two things in a connected graph. Otherwise, already graph is disconnected, then K is nothing but minimum number of vertices to be deleted to increase the connected components. Similarly, lambda is nothing but minimum number of edges are required to increase the number of connected components in the graph. That's it. This is about K comma lambda. We'll see one example and we'll try to calculate K value, lambda value in this problem. Okay. Example. Let's take 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 to 4 like this, 5 and 6 like this. For this problem, what is K value and lambda? What is K? Minimum number of vertices required to disconnect this graph, correct? Because it's already connected, we have to try to disconnect it. So I think if I remove single vertex, it will not be possible, right? So we need at least two vertices, right? And two are sufficient. With deletion of 2 comma 4, what happens is graph will be disconnected. 1 and 6 will be separated from 3 5. That's why minimum number is 2. With 1 I cannot do, but with 2 I can do. That means minimum number is 2. Second one, minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph is, so can I do with single edge? Impossible. Already I told you, every edge is on cycle, then that edge cannot disconnect the graph. Then possibility is group of edges, that means multiple edges. So I think 2 is enough, right? Because what is the minimum degree of this graph? 2. Then with 2 always it is possible, with 1 it was not possible, with 2 always it is possible, then minimum number will become 2. In that way we can use minimum degree concept to decide that the minimum number of edges required to disconnect this graph is 2, right? So lambda is 2. So this is a story about edge connectivity number and vertex connectivity number. Okay.